Fish on. Fish on. Oh, and guys, it is a good crappie. What is going on, guys? So I had an amazing day of fishing down here below the dam at Truman Lake. They are flowing a lot of water right now. Caught a limit of crappie and a limit of white bass down here below the dam, fishing off the bank, and a few oddballs here and there as well. So stick around and check this video. Alright guys, so like I said in the intro, I'm excited to show you this video. I had an amazing day. So oftentimes what I do is I will put a minnow on a bobber, cast it out, and set that rod down and just watch that while I fish with jigs like you're about to see here. And oftentimes in this video, the fish were biting so fast that I almost couldn't do that, but I stuck with it, and using that minnow can really help get those numbers up. There we go. Nice crappie, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That did not take long. So on this day, I caught a ton of short fish like the one you're about to see me catch here, and I probably released a dozen or so keepers, but they were just barely keepers, so I gave them a pass, hopefully catch up with them next year. But I will cut most of that out just to keep this video entertaining and flowing well, but just know that there were a bunch of those sort of fish. New species on the day there, greenie. Big bite. Something took that hard. A little nicer fish. Good whitey. They got a little more fight to them than those crappie do. Fish on. Fish on. Another whitey. Those are so much fun, guys. They will rip your arms off. That's two whites and a crappie. Bobber down. Fish on. Oh yeah, very good crappie. Good keeper. For whatever reason, the hybrid white bass were hitting really well on jigs this day. I did catch some crappie on jigs, a lot of shorts that aren't in this video because I cut them out, but man, these white bass are such fun fish to catch. They're just straight up freight trains. Good. Beautiful, beautiful whitey. All right, I made a bit of a move. There was a guy down here fishing, doing pretty good, and he left, so I wiggled into a spot. Not that I wasn't doing good over where I was, but guys, down here on Lake Ozarks and Truman Lake, crappie have to be 9 inches to keep. You can keep 15 of them, and you can keep 15 white bass as well. Some people don't like to keep white bass, but I sure do. They got a little bit of red meat in their fillet, but once you get that cut out, oh, I just hooked something really big. That's what I love about coming down here, is the accidental catches like this. You hook into a lot of monsters. That's a really, really good time. Oh, it came off. I palmed it a little too hard. But yeah, if you guys want to just catch a bunch of big fish like that, come down here and fish below this dam. Well, they got these floodgates open. They're not flowing water like they were a couple days ago, but they got enough going to where I honestly feel like the fishing's a little better than it was a couple days ago. Oh, I got something on my bobber here, guys. That bobber is fire. Well, we're getting close to keeper there, but he might go, but we're gonna let him go. Fish on. Fish on. Oh, and guys, it is a good crappie. That's the biggest crappie of the day right there. That is what I came down here for. On a jig nonetheless. I just tied that white squiggly tail back on, and what do you know? There we go. Fish on. He might keep. Skinny long guy. If he does, he's gonna be real close. I like catching those crappie on the jigs. Actually, I'm not even gonna measure him. He's pretty little. Can't beat a crappie on the jig though. Bobber down. Bobber down. What have we got? I believe, guys, that we are gonna have a keeper crappie. And I am correct. Good keeper crappie right there. Yeah, that fish will go 10 inches easy. Awesome. All right, that's 4. We are almost a third of the way to a limit. Fish on the bobber. We're on again, guys. It's gonna be a whitey. A good, strong whitey arm ripper pole. I love catching white bass, man. They're so fun to fight. They just have so much fight to them. And they really are delicious to eat. I mean, absolutely delicious. Stringers are neck and neck, man. That's 4 and 4. Alright, we got a fish on the bobber. Pretty good fish on the bobber, guys. I think it's a crappie. I really do. But I could be wrong. It is absolutely a beautiful keeper crappie. Biggest of the day even. 5th and biggest. As the crappie stringer pulls one ahead. I don't know if you guys can see my bobber, but I'm just letting it float this current. I'm kind of in an eddy here, so the water's kind of coming out here out of the dam up there, coming down here, spinning around somewhere right here, and it's kind of pushing this current right by the shore right back up this way. And this is right where the current's not as strong as it is out there in the main channel, so these crappie and white bass and stuff are hanging out over here in this little eddy. And kind of just letting my bobber float along there, and every once in a while it gets pulled down just like it just did right there. Hooked up again, just letting it float like that. Feels like another crappie. Feels like a pretty good one too. Well, it was until he got off at the shore. Honestly, I can't get a cast in with the jig before the bobber's down, so that is a very, very good problem to have. Bobber down. Oh, I believe that'll be a whitey. I do believe. It's got that arm ripping pole. That's exactly what it is. The whiteys were a fish behind on their stringer, so they had to get caught up here. Put him on green, making it 5 to 5. There we go. There's a jig fish. Very good crappie at that. Wow. That's the big crappie of the day, guys. Big, big female. And my bobber's down. Might double up here. Oh yeah, double up on. Oh, he got off, dang it. Almost doubled up. Wow, that is a Lake of the Ozarks Truman Lake stud right there. Beautiful, beautiful female. That puts yellow at 6, green at 5. Neck and neck. If you're wondering what I'm using on here, I got 2 1/8-ounce jig heads, about 12 inches apart, 18 inches apart maybe. Brown and orange paddle tail on the top, white squiggly tail on the bottom. Pretty basic setup for down here when they're flowing water, or if you're fishing for walleye in February and March. Right at 9 inches. I've caught 5 or 6 of those today. My bobber's down and there's nothing I can do without losing this jig. Let's get this fish. Got him. Got lucky there. He was down for some time. Feels like a good crappie. Feels like a very good crappie. It is a beautiful, beautiful slab crappie. Truman Lake special. Wow, I almost didn't cast out that bobber while I was retying, but I'm sure glad I did. That is a fish. Worth taking. That puts me at 7 on the slabs. Good fish. Whatever this is a great fish. I'm going to loosen my drag a little. This is a thick, heavy fish. I hope it's a crappie. Man, I hope this is a crappie. Nope, it's a whitey. That's all right. There we go, guys. Beautiful whitey for the string. That'll put them at 6. Whoa. Something just ripped my bobber and almost pulled my pole in the water. Hopefully I got that on camera. I think it's a big juicy whitey. Guys, don't laugh at my pole here. It's my wife's pink pole that I'm using today. She likes her girly colors. Good hybrid bass, guys. Good hybrid bass. She already had her pole rigged up for crappie, so I figured I would just grab it and go. There we go. Fish on. Jig fish finally. Feels like it's going to be a good whitey, but it is a good hybrid bass on the 1/8-ounce jig, white squiggly tail, plastic. Been a little bit since a jig fish happened. Fish on. It's been a minute, guys. It has been a minute, but I think I got a good whitey on here. Nope, it's a crappie. I have got a good keeper crappie. Awesome. It's been a minute since I got a good crappie, but there he is. Beautiful fish. No measurement needed. That puts us over halfway to a crappie limit. Bobber down, bobber down. Fish on, guys, fish on. Feels like a good white bass, or something good. Pretty big fish, whatever it is. Minnow catch. I'm gonna say it's a big old white bass. If it's a crappie, it is a big crappie. Good whitey. There we go. Got him off. He swallowed my hook pretty good, but real good looking fish. Be proud to put him on the stringer. Crappie bites kind of died down a little the later in the morning it gets. Actually a little afternoon now, but crappie have slowed down. I'm still getting one here and there, but hopefully I can get a limit piece together. That probably means they're getting ready to let more water out. Current's a little slower today than it has been. I figured they'd open those gates up sooner or later, a little wider. There's quite a bit of current today, don't get me wrong, but when I was here a few days ago, if you guys watched my other video, the current was straight raging. New species of the trip. I believe that's a spotted bass. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks, buddy. Fish on. Tying a new rig on, looked up and I got a bobber down. I'll take that. Looks like it's gonna be a keeper crappie, guys, which makes me very happy. I do believe that'll be a 10-inch crappie. I got that one. I got that one, yeah, everybody. That is a good crappie. Right there is what we needed. Another beautiful crappie. There we go. Jig fish, jig fish. Boom. Keeper crappie on the jig that I almost just lost. Beautiful slab there, guys. Another mark for Team Yellow. There he is. There he is. Oh yeah. Very nice slab. Come on, up here we go. There we go, guys. You gotta weed through about 5 dinkers, but that's the payoff. Slabber. They are not much for jigs today, but man, am I glad that I stopped in Lincoln, Missouri and got a few dozen minnows. That was a winning decision right there that probably kind of made my day. What do we got? What have we got? Big old stinky freshwater drum. It's a new species on the day though, and a good fun fight. Crazy when I go down to the Gulf and do my surf fishing down there, how much these look like the black drum and redfish down there.
Conservation agent, are you doing any good?
I am. How are you all doing today?
Pretty good.
You all are welcome to check out what I got. I got a GoPro on too, just FYI.
Sounds good. Crappie and white bass.
Crappie and white bass, yeah. No, pretty good spread really. Minnows and jigs. Just kind of letting this float while I jig. You guys want to see my fishing license?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
Will a card work for you?
That'll work. Yeah, there's so many ways to have a permit now.
Yeah. You guys checked anyone else that's doing any good?
Yeah. Yeah. Father and son, or grandpa and grandson did pretty well with it.
Awesome. Live bait or?
It's all plastics.
It's all plastics.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Here's your permit bag.
Everything check out?
Good to go.
All right.
Unless you have any questions for us, we'll let you get back to it.
That's it.
Be safe.
Thanks, guys.
Down here, Justin.
There we go. Fish on. Finally got a jig fish. It has been a while since my last white bass. There he is. Happy to have him. Fish on. Better fish at that. Pretty nice fish, whatever this is. Pretty good fish on. I believe it's going to be a whitey. It is a whitey. Happy to have him. I hope you guys like watching fast action white bass and crappie fishing, because that's what you're getting today. Which is what I was hoping to film driving down here. Look at the fish on. There we go. Very good white bass. Honky dude, that's the biggest of the day there. The size of that thing. Ooh, fish on. There we go. What have we got? Beautiful white bass. There we go. That makes us 2 away from a white bass limit. There we go. That's feeling like a keeper crappie. Or maybe a white. That's gonna be a white. That's going to be number 14 on the string. There we go. I believe that's going to be the 15th white bass on the rope. Yes, it is. That will close out a limit of whiteys for me, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get the crappie together or not, but they have shut off again several times today. They shut off, turn on, and repeat. There we go. Hooked up, guys, hooked up. I believe it's a crappie. Nope, it's a white. All fun, but I don't need them. Nice jig, whitey. Thank you, buddy. There we go, guys. Crappie locked up. It has been a long time in between, but I believe this will be a keeper. That is a 9 1/4 inch fish, 9 1/2 inch. Be happy to take it. Fish on. Go, guys, another keeper crappie. Way right there. That'll be a 9 3/4 fish. There we go, guys, a slabber to finish off the crappie limit. What an awesome thing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It is an amazing day when you can come down and get a limited crappie and a limited white bass like that. Pretty awesome opportunity. That's gonna be a 10 1/4. Awesome way to finish.
see that paddlefish?
Guys, I just got home. What an amazingly awesome day that was. I just wanted to show you here what I brought home again before I ended this video. Awesome limit of hybrid white bass and a good limit of larger than 9-inch crappie. I was able to be picky and choosy on the crappie today, and the minnows kind of helped me piece it together. So I'm gonna get these things cleaned up and we are gonna have fish for dinner tonight. Guys, as always, thanks for watching.